What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, JR Morales, coming at you live from Panama City, Panama, with the Attract, Teach, Monetize show. And I got a great one for you today. It's about how to grow your audience from scratch. And it's really about focusing on what can really work, especially in 2020, especially in these times, and how we can leverage that and take it to the next level. But before I get started, I want to invite you over to, let me get my nice little banner over here, moralesclass.com, where we're going to go into a deeper dive into all this stuff, how to really attract, teach, and monetize the right kind of people for your business and how to get it done quickly. And we're going to cover that in depth over at moralesclass.com. So let me get back to what I was talking about before, which is growing your audience from scratch, right? Here's the secret in 2020, right? And it's actually been around for a little bit, but I want to focus on 2020 because I think it's particularly important right now. So one thing that I noticed, especially when I started doing these lives, was that before, right, I used to get all concerned, worked up about building videos or recording myself or doing anything because I thought it had to be perfect. It had to be the best possible video. It had to have the proper lighting. It had to have all this other stuff that, you know, I kind of, because being in the internet marketing space since 2010, you know, I've been around the block a couple of times, and I thought that that was the way that you could produce stuff. Now, when I would speak to friends or even my clients, they would always tell me like, man, you have no problem just dishing out content when you're doing it, as long as you're focused on something and focused on someone, which is something that I definitely started working on. So here's the key, right? The key is to do stuff live now. Right? You do stuff live instead of doing this recorded stuff that you want to get perfect, because live has two things that are built on it. The first thing, right, is that you're expected to make some mistakes. I mean, it's live. It'll happen and there's no problem with it, right? And just the fact that you're doing it means that you're confident enough about what you know about that you can be live about it, and it can make sense to people as well. The second thing that you want to add to that is the fact that once it's live, right, you're just able to really get going with whatever your thoughts are on a particular topic, and you're able to really connect with your audience in a different way. Plus, and more important than anything else, you're creating an asset. This is an asset that's going to be an asset for your business. It's an asset that allows you to advertise yourself to a different audience because you're teaching them something good, right? There's all these things that happen in just a very short amount of time. Because what I realize happens is we take off a filter. There's a natural born filter somewhere in our head that wants us to get it right, wants us to get it perfect, wants us to, you know, get the perfect thing written down and whatever. But because we know that today we need to create lots of content if we want to build that audience, I mean, think of the things we're competing against. You're not only competing against other people that may be in your same marketplace, but in the era of the internet, you're competing against Netflix, for God's sakes. You're competing against YouTube. So in all these channels, there's all kinds of content out there already that exists that people can get into. What you really want to do, right, is be able to do live broadcasting like I'm doing right now. And it doesn't matter if you have a big audience or if you don't have an audience, okay? The thing is, every live broadcast, first of all, you're going to get a boost from Facebook because Facebook loves lives, same as YouTube, right? You're going to get a couple of people in organic that are going to start watching your stuff. And as you start teaching the algorithm more stuff when it comes to engagement, because engagement is really what Facebook is looking for, right? Not the amount of followers. As you know, in pages, right, you can have a page that has, you know, 10,000 followers or 1 million followers or whatever it is. And if you post something, only a small fraction of them will see it. As a matter of fact, the percentage, I think it was under 2%. And it obviously goes up. The more likes you have, the percentage goes down, right? So it doesn't have organic reach, because guess what? Facebook makes its money from advertising. So if they're giving the content away without requiring people to advertise, that's money they're leaving on the table, and they're just not going to do that. But this allows us to create, number one, a live environment where we can interact with our audience, where we can teach, where we can come in and we can be ourselves. We can really get the message across and resonate with the people that it's supposed to resonate with. At the same time, filter out those people that are not useful. Let's look at this for a moment, right? if your content is targeted at someone, and in my case, it's targeted to experts, coaches, and consultants and people that have online businesses, I know that by creating the right content and putting it in front of the right people, it'll resonate with them. Now, it may not resonate with everybody. It may not be the thing that resonates with the whole audience of people, online, let's say, or the most popular thing, but it'll resonate with the right audience. And I guarantee you that the same thing will happen to you as well if you start doing it. So step one, you're going to start doing some lives, right? I try to do them twice a day. Why? It gets me tons of content. I get to practice. I get to do all this stuff all the time. And I get to serve you guys, which is to me one of the most important things of all, because let's face it, I'm here to help you. And that's all I'm here to do. And if you want to learn how to help your market, I invite you to head on over to moralesclass.com. Let me bring up the banner again. That's MORALES class.com, moralesclass.com. We're going to cover a lot more into this. We're going to go deeper into how to really do this for your business and how to really serve your market the right way by creating the proper value and putting it in front of them. As I said in this video, my favorite method to doing this is to actually create live streams, right? It's very simple, very easy. There's a bunch of tools out there that you can use. And once you leverage them, you're going to be able to broadcast to several channels. As I'm broadcasting right now, I'm broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. Now, let me tell you what happens. Now, all of a sudden, I have a new asset for my business, a new advertising asset that I can use, and I can use forever. I mean, let's be honest. I can use forever as long as I keep the same domain, which is moralesclass.com. But as long as I'm doing that, I have an asset. The second thing is, because I'm actually making this helping you out, right? Helping you out, even though you may not know me. It's the best way to deliver value upfront to people and to lead with value, which is one of the core principles that we follow here in my business, right? So wrapping up, what you want to do is creating those live streams and using those videos that you create. You're going to use them as video assets and advertising assets that you can then promote to people that don't know you, but it's already yourself, your best message, honed in, real, raw, live, 100% unapologetic, just yourself. You get to be yourself, and that's good enough. That's good enough to attract the right people and to actually repel the wrong people, right? And I'm going to show you how we do this exactly with the exact things to say and everything else over at moralesclass.com. So head on over there now, moralesclass.com. If someone could do me a favor and post that in the bottom. Now, one thing that I wanted to add before I leave on this one. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with someone that you think can get value from this, because I'm here to try to help as many people as I can. And I'm obviously promoting it myself, but if you know of someone that could really use this kind of information and this kind of tip, tell them about the video, share the video with them, tell them to follow the page yourself if you're so inclined. And I'll see you on the next one. This is JR Morales signing out. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.